Ladies and gentlemen, how do the core standard mods stack up against their performance mods? Let's talk about it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Zach and JR here with Extreme Outfitters, your #1 shop for all things archery and bow hunting. So lots of talk, lots of question. We've been waiting on these performance mods from Prime for, it seems like, at this point ever. We finally got them though. So there's been a lot of questions. How do they stack up? How do they compare against the standard mod? That's what we're doing today. So we're gonna do a little bit of testing and see the difference. Coming from Prime, they're saying you're supposed to gain roughly 7 to 8 feet per second difference is what we've been told. So we're gonna put it to the test and see if that actually holds true. So, and we're gonna be doing that on this lovely Prime form. JR, what do you think about the Prime form?
It is a very unique looking bow, first of its kind really, with the integrated carbon into the aluminum riser, which is really cool. There are endless possibilities for axle lengths with that, so a very cool system. I love the core cam. It's a very smooth drawing bow, or very smooth cam, and it still gets really decent speeds out of it.
It does. It's very smooth from beginning to end from all the testing that we've done. The other great thing about Prime is that I think about this bow is just the look of it. It's unique, it's different. The color combination looks really cool. I think in the green with the carbon tubes, super sharp looking. Again, it's got all of the great features that we've come to love with Prime. They've got their cam, they've got their integrated pick mount on the front for sights. You've got your integrated dovetail on the back if you want to run that integrated rest. Their centerline grip technology with the nano grip on it. Lots of great things, and this is a 34-inch axle-to-axle bow. So it's a little longer than what I would personally shoot, but it's gonna be a great fit for a lot of individuals, and there's already been a ton of great feedback from everybody. I know it was kind of questionable in the beginning when we first saw it. We were like, is it a joke? But it came in, it actually looks really great in person and shoots even better.
It does.
So, what are we gonna shoot this thing at, JR?
It's gonna be at 29 inches, and then we've got a 473 grain arrow right here.
Yeah, so we're gonna shoot this bow at 70 pounds, 29 inches. We're both gonna shoot it because neither of us have shot these performance mods, so we have no idea what they feel like. So I'm assuming, based off the design, obviously, the holding weight is gonna differ a little bit, which is gonna improve the speed on the bow. So we will find out. So let's head over to the range and shoot this thing. All right, guys, we are on the range. So we are going to check the draw weight on this bow. This should be a 70-pound bow, and we're gonna start with our standard mods. So one of the things JR brought up with the mods is they look virtually identical, and there's not, as far as indicators go, it's kind of hard to tell them apart.
It is.
But there is, on the performance mod, you'll notice that there's like a little hole in there. Not a hole, but it's like a little indent, and that's, all of those have that identifying marker on it versus the standard mods do not.
Right.
So that's the only way we can really tell the difference, unless you hold them up beside each other.
Correct, yeah, the geometry of the mods is different if you hold them next to each other. But yes, otherwise there's just that one little like hole indicator.
So as a shop, if you have a ton of mods and they get mixed up, it's gonna be a nightmare for you. But let's see what this bow is pulling. Again, this is gonna be 29 inches. $69.8 pounds, holding 9.3 pounds. So
perfect.
On the dot, that should be perfect for this test. And so we'll go ahead, we're gonna put 3 shots through the chronograph to get us an average, and we're both gonna show it, and then we're gonna shoot the other mods and kind of see how different the cam really feels. All right, so we got a 3-shot average of 271.1 feet per second. So I really like, JR, the standard mod. I do want you to shoot it so you can feel it and we can compare the two. But like we said in the beginning, that cam, from beginning, very, very smooth. There's no hump, no dump on the back half of it. And the thing that I like about it is it makes letting the bow down super easy. You don't feel like you gotta fight it at all.
Correct.
Let's see your thoughts on it.
That's very smooth. Still a good back wall. I feel maybe a little bit of sponge right now. Timing might be hair off, but I'm barely holding anything, and yeah, letting down is super
easy on that bow versus some of the other bows that we shoot where you really got to fight it to let it down. Very smooth.
Right. I did have to fight a little bit, but it's not terrible. It's not aggressive.
Right.
That's a very smooth bow. Feels very dead in the hand too.
Yeah. Overall, good feeling. As far as the Valley for you, with this mod on it, short, pretty forgiving, what do you think?
Very forgiving.
Very forgiving Valley.
Yes.
Yeah, I find it kind of in the middle. It's not as forgiving as some of the bows, but it's not quite as aggressive to where you let up a little bit and it wants to run away. Which I'm curious now, we're putting these performance mods on, how much that Valley changes.
Correct.
So let's go ahead. We're going to swap the mods over now, and then we're going to do again, shoot a 3-shot group, get an average. Right now we're at 271.1 feet per second. I'm curious to see if we're going to gain that 7 to 8 feet per second with these mods. So let's see. All right, guys, so we've got the performance mods on here now. So we're going to recheck our draw weight and holding weight. So originally we were at 69.8 pounds, holding 9.3 pounds. Let's see what changes. Definitely more of a dump on the back half.
A little stackage.
So, yeah, 69.4 pounds, holding 4.2 pounds.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna check it one more time. Do it one more. Definitely stacks. Yeah, 69.6 pounds, holding 4 pounds.
So that's almost more like a 90% mod. Interesting.
Which in reality, you should get more speed out of that.
Correct.
So right out of the gate, there's definitely a big draw cycle difference. You can see whenever you go to draw it back, it dumps off on the back half, and letting it down is a little more vicious. So let's see what our shots look like. Oh yeah, it definitely dumps off in the back half. All right, guys, so we got a 3-shot group of an average of 277.3 feet per second difference. So that's right at, what, 6 feet per
6
second
feet.
difference?
Yep.
So close, 7 to 8 is what they were telling us. We're right at 6. So you definitely do gain some speed with these mods, but it does not come without a little bit of more of an aggressive, I guess you could say, cam, especially on the back half. You'll notice when I draw it back, you get kind of to a sticking point and then it dumps over. So
Correct. Yep. So it's just stacking on that draw cycle more. So it's going to increase the energy, which will increase your feet per second. So yeah. All right. This will be my first time drawing back on the performance mods. I really didn't feel much different to me.
you shook. I see it.
Still feels very good in the hand.
It does. It definitely feels good, but I think the core cam, if you're used to shooting the core cam, that standard mod really feels good beginning to end. When you go to that performance mod, you can expect to have that little bit more, like all of them, right? With any of the Bowtechs or whatnot, when you go from comfort to performance, or your lower let-off mods, or excuse me, your higher let-off mods, the back half of that draw cycle, it really builds, and then dumps when it rolls over. So
Shoot it one more time. Yeah.
right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you really get into it, you don't really notice the difference, but if you take your time drawing, you can definitely feel it stacking.
Yeah, I feel it build up.
It still feels really good though. It's not super aggressive though.
No. So obviously there is speed that you gain out of it. Is it something that you would go to for someone that's shooting 30 inches of draw length?
Heck yeah.
You would?
Yeah. Yeah, especially with the draw cycle change, it wasn't drastic in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely go to it, get a little bit more speed out of it. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that I necessarily would. I think because I really, really like the core cam on the primes that I shot in the past. I'm just used to that mod. To me, I don't know that it's worth it. For me, personally, I would just drop the arrow weight a little bit to gain a little bit more speed out of it. Just because I like how smooth that standard mod is on the bow, just from beginning to end. There is no dump. It's easy to let down. With this, it's a little bit more just aggressive on the back half, and without gaining a whole lot of speed. So, me personally, I will stick with the standard mod. JR, you said you would go with that performance mod.
I would. Yep. Get that little bit extra speed. Hopefully, you get your kinetic energy up a little bit more too. I do want to check one more thing. I'm going to try and see about letting it down, how it feels. Yeah, it's got that little bit of stack right there, but it's not bad. Letting it down is much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually really enjoy that.
There you go. So,
Good job, Brian.
Yeah, everybody's got a different feel or different approach. That's kind of why we encourage everybody to shoot the bows before they make a decision, right? So you can really get an idea of what you're getting into, especially with something like this. If you're getting a new prime bow, do you want to shoot it on the performance mod, or do you want to run the standard mod? It's really up to the individual, because you can manipulate speed with the arrow weight as well, right? And 7 to 8 feet per second difference is going to be great for especially those shorter draw length guys or lower poundage guys.
Right.
So if I was running, maybe a little bit shorter draw length, or, because we get a lot of guys that are shooting 55, 60 pounds, I would probably opt for those performance mods just to get as much as I could out of the bow.
Right. As long as it's still comfortable for you to draw.
Absolutely. So it's not overly aggressive by any means, but you just notice on the back half, it rolls over and dumps into, the back wall a little bit more. So again, a great option for a lot of people. I know there was a lot of people excited about the mods to get more speed out of their prime bows. So it's going to be a great option for, anybody that's looking to, maybe shoot a little bit heavier arrow, a little bit faster. The performance mods are going to be great for you. And if you're looking for them, just so happens we have a ton of them in stock, and you can head over to the website, extremeoutfitters.com, and pick you up a set of them right now.
Yep.
Prime performance mods versus the comfort mods. Drop us a comment. Let us know what you guys think. Is it worth going to that performance mod and getting a little bit more feet per second, or would you stick with the standard mod and maybe manipulate arrow weight to get a little bit more speed? Let us know, drop some comments, and as always, we appreciate you guys watching. Head over to the website, Extreme Outfitters, for all of your archery and bow hunting needs, and we will see you guys in the next video.